You're listening to the Australian Army Training and Doctrine Podcast.
I'm at the Royal Military College, Duntroon, and I'm sitting down with Staff Cadet Luke Hughes from First Class. Staff Cadet Hughes, you are very close to graduation, and soon you'll be a lieutenant in the Australian Army. Are you able to tell our listeners what made you decide to join the Australian Army and become an officer?
My motivations to join the Army were probably similar to a lot of people's. Obviously, the job security provided by moving through ADFA and into RMC is second to none. And also, I was seeking a job that's always different. So coming through Year 12 and approaching my graduation from high school, I was looking at very hands-on jobs, a lot of trades and not too many uni degrees. However, I just wanted to be out and about and be experiencing something different every day. And I thought moving through ADFA and RMC and obviously into whatever corps I was allocated would provide me with that opportunity.
And on that, whereabouts do you come from in Australia? And was there a strong background of people from your area joining the military?
So I was originally born in Penrith, and then I moved up the coast to Port Macquarie when I was only about 2 or 3 years old. There's a little bit of military influence from there. A lot of my friends joined the other ranks and posted to places like Townsville and Brisbane. But me personally, I don't have any close friends that went through the same stream as I did or anything similar. So I guess that didn't really influence me so much as to my family's impressions on me and my own desires.
Now, Staff Cadet Hughes, you are a graduate of the Australian Defence Force Academy. How did you find the transition coming from the academy across to the Royal Military College?
So my time at ADFA, it was a lot of self-managed work. There was a bit of a templated work rest at ADFA and obviously scheduled with uni classes and military subjects and your own personal activities. However, moving from studying a Bachelor of Arts there, which was only about 13 to 15 contact hours a week, structured timetabling, to the more high-tempo work at the college was a little bit different and it was a little bit nerve-wracking for a lot of the members that came over and definitely myself as well. I think the nature of the organisations, obviously being a progressive one, the classes above you that move from ADFA to RMC impact and influence your perception of what Royal Military College Duntroon will be like. However, I found that the classes above me were quite receptive and quite encouraging in my transition over the hill to RMC.
Staff Cadet Hughes, you discussed the change of routine. Can you tell the listeners a little bit about what your daily routine is here at the Royal Military College?
So my daily routine here at the college is slightly more structured and slightly higher tempo than it was at ADFA. As I mentioned, ADFA was very self-paced and up to yourself of how much work you put in a lot of the time. The Royal Military College, however, has a lot more structured classes between the hours of around 7:30 and 5:30 p.m. And that kind of focuses around personal PT, tactics, military ethics and the like. You've obviously got small breaks for lunch and morning tea in between that. However, between those hours, it's pretty full on throughout.
Now, a lot of the learning of a staff cadet here at the college occurs in the field environment on exercises. Can you explain to the listeners what these exercises involve?
So we do 4 main field phases in our 12 months here at the college for ADFA graduates, and that ranges from offensive operations, defensive operations, complex operations and stability operations. Each of these field phases are essentially characterised by assessment of each member. The assessment each member goes through is from the section member level, so the individual soldier level, section 2IC, the section commander and then platoon commander, which is what we're ultimately training to become. So each of these field phases are located in different training areas around the country. So both offensive and defensive operations were located at Puckapunyal in Victoria, and then complex operations, we conducted that at Shoalwater Bay, just north of Rockhampton, and we'll be conducting our final field phase in the town of St George in central Queensland.
It sounds like staff cadets have quite a busy time here at the Royal Military College between their barracks routine, their field routine, and all the study in between. Are there opportunities for socialising with your peers in, say, sport or other activities?
Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities to socialise both on the sporting field and just around the college. So each Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, we have a time period from 4 p.m. Dedicated purely to sporting activities, be that anything from rugby to the endurance training club, golf, cricket, and the like. And that has come down from staff as a tool for relief and also team and group cohesion within the college. So yes, there is definitely a strong emphasis put on sports and the teamwork associated with those sports.
And what has been the highlight of your time at the college?
My highlights at the college have come pretty frequently for myself. I've surrounded myself with a good group of friends, so I can't narrow it down to too many single events or moments. However, the one that does stand out for me would be core allocation, which happened only a few days ago. So I know as a part of the class, 78% of people that put down their preferences got their first preference, and then subsequently I think it was about 15% and then 2% got their following preferences. I was lucky enough to get my first core preference, being the Royal Australian Infantry Corps, and that was by far the biggest highlight of my time here at the college so far.
And finally, Staff Cadet Hughes, what does the future hold in store for you after you graduate?
So I was fortunate enough to receive my my core allocation and posting just in the last few days. I'll be moving up to 3rd Brigade in Townsville, and I'll be fulfilling the role of an infantry platoon commander. Once I've posted in there, I'll move down to Singleton and I'll conduct my regimental officers basic course, which occurs over essentially about 8 or 9 weeks. From there, I'll post back into my unit, and then I'll try and implement myself and work within the daily routine of that unit.
Staff Cadet Luke Hughes, thank you very much. This is Major Mick Cook reporting from the Royal Military College, Duntroon.
This podcast is produced by the Australian Army and is copyright the Commonwealth of Australia.